Hey, welcome to my card and a cuppa for Wednesday. What are we up to? The 10th of July, 2024. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, so welcome. Now, let me just make sure I'm live in the right place because I don't want to be live in the wrong place. So just bear with me while I double check that. This has gone silly now. Let me just check. Okay, here we go. Maybe I can find it here. I think I am live in the right place. Woohoo! Yes. Yes, it does look good. Yay! So if I minimize that across, I should be able to see comments. Maybe. Okay, let's just try that. Okay, so welcome to my card and a cuppa. So if you're watching, say hi in the comments. It's nice to see people and, well, not see, but you know, chat with people. Today I'm going to be making a masculine card. I was playing yesterday with some masculine sets, trying to come up with a card class for August for my girls, my ladies, so that they could incorporate some Father's Day cards or just masculine birthday cards, because we all struggle with masculine cards, let's face it. So I've come up with a card using a set that's carried over, and we're going to start playing. So I'll show you some of the masculine cards I made yesterday, and we'll start playing and get going with our masculine card. So I'll go down to the craft desk. Okay, so I got out the Gone Fishing set. Now, it was a bundle when it first came out with the dies and the stamp set, but it's no longer a bundle. You do have to buy them, I should take that off, individually now. So let's grab the catalogue and have a little look. Okay, so in our annual catalogue, we've got, where are we? Okay, I am going to be using this paper, which is the Country Woods Sweet Collection. There's 2 lots of designer series paper in this suite, and I've bought this one. So it's number 8. It's called Country Woods 12 by 12 designer series paper. I bought that one because I thought that would work really well with masculine cards. I don't have any of this suite, except for, well, I do. I have the basic grey pearls, and I have the eyelet embossing folder, and I do have the ribbon. But I've just bought the paper, but I don't have the stamp sets or dies. So I thought this paper worked really well with masculine cards. And well, it's not a bundle now. On page 76, down the bottom right corner, you've got the Gone Fishing stamp set and Gone Fishing dies, and that's a great masculine set. The other masculine set that I think is really good in this catalogue is a suite, and it's the Adventurous Sky suite. I think that's a really good masculine set, but there are other stamp sets in the catalogue that you can use to make masculine cards. So we've got the Beauty of the Deep, that would work. The Beach Day stamp set would work. Let's have a little look. You've got Legendary Ride, that would work as well. But most things seem to be a little bit more focused towards, and Trusty Tools, that would also work. Most sets seem to be focused more towards girly stuff. And the other thing I wanted to say was, I'm doing a class on the 20th of July using this Frames and Flowers specialty paper. If you'd like to come along, I need to know by this Friday, which is the 12th, because I'll have to order these in for you. The class is 6 cards using this paper, and the class fee is $40, but it includes this paper, and this paper pack is $17.50. So we'll be making 6 cards using that paper pack. It's too hard to try and split up and share as a class. That's why I've included it in your class fee. So let me know by Friday the 12th if you'd like to come along to that class on Saturday the 20th, because I'll need to order this for you. Okay. So these were a few of the cards I played with yesterday, trying to come up with some cards for my masculine class, and I'll just put my phone on silent. My masculine card class in August. Now my phone doesn't want to stand up. It's being cantankerous. So these are ones I came up with using that Country Woods designer series paper. That's using the lures, and this is using the fish. I believe these fish are trout, but I could be wrong because I am not a fisher person. And these were some other ones I came up with, tearing the paper, making it look a little bit rustic, and also this one using an embossing folder and making it look a little bit more tidy, I suppose. I know some people struggle with tearing paper, so I've decided to put this one into my class in August because people don't struggle so much with an embossed piece of cardstock. So these were a couple of the cards I came up with yesterday using the fishing stamp set and dies. And I was also playing around. I had lots of leftover pieces from classes, and I was playing around with the Adventurous Sky Suite. So I made these too as well. So my son runs a gym up in Newcastle, and he asked me last week if I could do some more cards for him. They do birthday cards for their members. So as always, lacking in masculine cards, I've sort of been making a few up so I can give him some cards. So seeing that this is the one we're pretty much going to copy, I will remove the others from our desk. And it's really quite an easy card today. There's not a lot to it, but we'll get started. So I've got a piece of Misty Moonlight, 14.9 centimetres by 21 centimetres, scored at 10.5 centimetres. If you're doing Imperial, it's 5 7/8 by 8 3/8, and then just scored in half. It's because here in Australia our cardstock is A4, not letter size, so our sizes are a little bit different. So I'm just going to fold that over and give that a good crease on the score line. Okay, and then we've also got a piece of the Country Woods designer series paper, 14.4 centimetres by 7.5. In Imperial, that's 5 5/8 by 3 inches. And I've got another piece, just the reverse side of this one, 14.4 centimetres by 4 centimetres, or 5 5/8 by 2 5/8. So there are measurements for today, pretty simple. Just a standard card base, piece of designer series paper, 1/2 centimetre less than the width, and 7.5 or 4 centimetres, because we're going to tear this piece, so that's going to bring it down a fraction. So it's nice and simple. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get all my ink pads down. So let me do that now. I was going to do that, but I actually ran downstairs and made a cuppa, because it's card in a cuppa. Pecan Pie, Misty Moonlight, Wild Wheat, and Grey Granite. So a few colours involved, and I've just pulled these colours from the paper. So on the back of your designer series paper, it's always listed what colours are used in the paper pack, and that's where I get my inspiration from for the colours. So let me think. I want to get my marker out, which I thought I had done, but no. So I'm going to get early espresso marker out. So these are just the Stampin' Write markers. This is how they used to come many years ago. They used to be called Many Marvelous Markers. And I really love the case, so I've hung on to the case because I really like it. Okay, so we've got our early espresso, which is another colour in the paper. Probably not in this piece I'm using. Now we're going to tear our strip of 14.4 by 4 centimetres, and we're going to tear that along and give us this rustic sort of edge. Now if you tear towards you, I'm just going to make sure this is right. Yes, you will get this torn edge. Okay, if you tear away, you don't get it. So tear towards you, and that will give you a torn edge, making it a little bit, you know, grungy, rusticy, like an old fishing shed. And you can use that piece for something else, so don't throw it away. You can put that on another card. But that's our piece torn. And see, it just gives a bit of a rustic feel, I think. So this piece is a little bit, it's the same piece of paper, but this piece is a little bit darker, which is actually good. I like that. Now I am going to get my ruler, so I'll put that to one side now, and I'll put my card base to one side. I'm going to get my ruler, and with my marker on my glass mat, I'm just going to go down 3 squares, which if you want that in measurements, 3 squares would be 1.5 centimeters. There you go. So let me just go down 3 squares, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to draw like a fishing line across my card, my DSP, just like that. You could use a journaling pen if you didn't have a marker, but that's all we wanted to do. So let me bring in my, there we go. Now I just need to get a couple of other little blocks out. There we go. Okay, so this is the Gone Fishing stamp set, and that's not a bundle anymore, so I need to take that off. And we've got lots of lures and fish, but I'm going to focus on this lure and this one, and I'm going to just stamp them across the designer series paper, just like as if they're hanging off the line. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And I want to show you, I have finally fixed up my black memento. I bought a craft white ink pad, and with my black memento re-inker, because the craft white ink pads come uninked, and they come with a re-inker that you ink up the white ink pad yourself. Okay, I never goes astray to have a spare re-inker. Excuse me. So I didn't want to make this a white one. I've got 2 craft white ink pads, so I don't need a third. I wanted to try this being the foaming pad with the black memento ink, because I really don't like the felt memento ink pads. I struggle to get a good image with those, even though they can be well inked. I just, especially with photopolymer stamps, I really don't like it. So I have finally done it, and this is my black memento ink pad, inked up with the black memento re-inker, and I love it. It's fantastic. Okay, so this is a 2-step stamp set. So we're going to stamp the outline of the lures, and then we're going to stamp the insides with a different colour. So we'll do all our lures hanging along, and it doesn't matter. It's just whichever way you want to do it. There's no right or wrong. Let's just say that. So let's just start. And I hope my head's not coming in. There we go. And I'm just going to alternate or put a couple together the same. Just going to see how we go. I have to bring this down and then my head won't come in. Hopefully. Okay, so we'll do 2 of those. Oops, I've got some on the block. Ah, that one's not hanging down. That one's just dangling. I was too worried about the ink on my block to notice what I was doing, which is annoying because I wanted to get that all hanging on the line. But that's okay. Let's do another one of these. Everyone must be out and about today. There's nobody watching. But that's okay. We have had a nicer weather today, and although it has come over a little bit overcast now, but it was beautiful this morning. There we go. So let's close up my lovely foam black Memento ink pad and clean off our stamps. Okay, so I'm annoyed with this one, but I'll fix it somehow. I just don't know how yet, but I will fix it. So this stamp set's really interesting with the dies because it's got like a tackle box, and you can actually make a tackle box and put all your lures inside. It's really cool. A lot of die cutting involved in this stamp set, but it's worth it. Okay, so this one will be one we need, and this is the other one that we need. Okay, I think I'll do that one on this. Okay, so let's get our colours happening. Let's start with Pecan Pie and ink up our little colour. Now, she says these are not too bad to line up, but watch me stuff it up. Okay, I might do another one down here in Pecan Pie. There we go. And this one, if you line up, I call it an eye. It's probably not an eye, but I call it an eye. With the second, like the 2-step stamp, you can pretty much get it right. So that was Pecan Pie. I do need to bring in my chamois to clean them off. Leave that there. Okay, so this is grey granite. Let's see what we can come up with grey granite. I might put this one down here. So line up the eyeball. It's not really an eyeball, but you know what I mean. And this one. And put this one here. See, and these stamps just fill in the colour, which is quite good. I like that. I do struggle with the fish in this stamp set a little bit to get it lined up, but there is a knack, but it's not as easy. Okay, so this is Wild Wheat. This is one of the 2023 in colours. Let's go with this one. If I do that one Wild Wheat and that one, let's just see how we go. It's Wild Wheat. I might do this end one Wild Wheat. Okay. Now that's three will be, these 3 that are left will be Misty Moonlight. I'm quite happy with that. Where's my, there it is. Okay. So yeah, just draw the colours from the paper that you're using. I know, because this has got Wild Wheat in it, and it's got grey granite, and it's also got Misty Moonlight. So that's where I've gotten these colours from. Okay. I don't have any fishermen in my family. My dad wasn't a fisherman. My husband's not a fisherman. There we go. So that's all our lures stamped. My son's not really a fisherman. So the fishing gene seems to have escaped our family. But I do know that lots of people like it, and that's why I got the stamp set. And it's, as I said, it's a good well, it doesn't have to be masculine, does it? But I tend to think it's more masculine. Okay, so now what we are going to do is attach that to our card base first, and then we'll put our piece of torn DSP down here on the bottom. So we'll do that first. Now where's my glue? There it is. So I'll just put my glue on the back. Of my designer series paper. So don't think that this paper in the catalogue can't be used for masculine cards, because that's what I'm using it for. It works quite well. And then this piece is going to go down here. And just making sure I've got a border nice and even all the way around, and just butting it up to the piece, the DSP piece at the top. There we go. Okay, so I did go ahead and die cut some dies from the Unbounded Love bundle. So I use this one here to create my background piece, and this one here to create the one we're going to stamp on. And we're going to use the Happy Birthday from this stamp set. So I'm doing it a little bit different to this card. As I said, I was just playing yesterday to get some ideas of some masculine cards. Okay, and I'll stamp Misty Moonlight because that's our card base, and I think it's nice to sort of go with the card base, that colour that you use. Okay, let me just... There we go. And I am going to, layer this onto my background piece, and then I'll pop the sentiment up on dimensionals. So if you're looking for a masculine set, the Gone Fishing stamp set and dies in the Annual Catalogue is a really good one. The Adventurous Sky with the aeroplane, the biplane, is also another good one. Legendary Ride is another good one. I don't have that one. But yeah, there are a few really good ones in the catalogue. So let's just get the backs off. And I might put that over here. When I put it over here. No, I think I'll put it here. Okay, now there are some new gems in the catalogue. These are the metallic adhesive gems. Really great for masculine cards or for Christmas. With silver and gold being in them. I'm going to have to get another pack of these because they're just they're really good. I really like them. So let me just, I put copper on these ones, this card. I might go silver this time round. Now I'm thinking, I'll put one over here. I'm wondering if I could just sort of fudge that by putting that there. And then that sort of covers up that I didn't quite get it on the fishing line. I think it's okay. What do you think? Hi, Cheryl. I don't think it matters that that gem is up there. I think it looks okay. Just looks like something else is holding it onto the fishing line. So yeah, these are the metallic, adhesive back metallic gems. Great. Great for masculine cards. Really, really good. Okay, so I'll get an insert out. And what did I do? I did a fish in this one. So I will try and do a fish. I do struggle with the fish in this stamp set, as I said, but let's have a go. How are you, Cheryl? You good? Here it is. No, that's not the one I want to put this back in. This happy birthday goes in this one. Okay, so let's get the fish out and I will show you how you line the fishy up. And where's the bit that fills the fish in? There we go. I have discovered that the fish is easier to line up with paler colours. What did I do? I did that in pecan pie. I might do this in, I don't know. Okay, so I shall put my fishy down here. And then close up my black memento. I might do it in grey granite because, as I said, I do find the fish is easier to line up in lighter colours. So there's an eye on the fish, on the colour that you're filling in, and there, and you just need to line up that eye and then just juggle it into place. Hope that made sense. And it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect because every fish is different. Okay, so that is our insert done. I shall grab my glue and pop the insert in. And there we go. And there we have a masculine card using the colours from the Country Woods Designer Series paper. Bit of tearing, that's a bit of a technique. And the Unbounded Love sentiment stamp set and dies. Did I clean that? I did. And yeah, masculine card is what we have come up with. Except this is now not sitting down there. There we go. So, I hope you like that. And where are my other ones that I made? Let me show you. This is another one I made using, that had an embossing folder that went with the bundle, well, the suite when it came out last year, called Twisted Rope. I've hung on to that embossing folder because I really like it. But yeah, you can see how all the lures are just hanging on that line, waiting to be purchased. And these are a couple of other ones that I made using the Country Woods Designer Series paper. So don't overlook certain Designer Series paper in the catalogue, because sometimes you can apply it to other styles of card. Yeah, have a good look around at what you've got. So let's go back to here. Yeah. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that card. Where is it gone? I've hidden it. Here we go. So, Gone Fishing using the Country Woods Designer Series paper. Great for a masculine card. So, just remember that paper can be used for other things. So, thank you for watching. I shall see you. When will I see you next? Monday. Make it Monday. Next Monday. Have a great... Hi, Margaret. Hi, Joan. Have a great rest of the week. And I'll see you on Monday. Let's hope the sun keeps shining. It was beautiful this morning, but it's come over a bit cloudy now. But yeah, let's hope we keep getting some sunshine. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.